Hello everyone, SpeeDMan here, back with another episode of our Let's Learn Civilization 6 series. So we're going to go ahead and continue a little bit more on our Yabuko run. We're actually in a good position. Um, so far, from what I saw, Hungary, just a quick recap, Hungary blundered their religious expansion and did not
From
build my
humble
religion in the
beginnings, you
process.
have shown remarkable
Because they
growth.
did that, that's given me an
Leave
opportunity
your
to,
bronze
to
for
start
iron,
growing my religion
and
and
rule with
eventually developing
horse
some
and
pressure, at
sword.
least to stay alive long enough
The
to
sky
utilize
above begins to
the
reveal its
production
secrets,
value and
a
bonuses that I
collection
would
of
normally
heaven
get, I wouldn't get
that
otherwise.
uplifts our hearts and guides us to
So
foreign
overall,
shores.
it's a pretty good position to be
Pious
in.
Jadviga,
At this point in
praise be to the
time,
glory of
I don't
God,
have
the
relics,
earth and
but Gorgo
Poland.
has a relic, and I'm
Most
going to
holy
eventually
king,
wait
you
and
will
just
show
save
your
up enough
people the
Diplo favor
truth and the
to
light,
basically
and they will
use
move.
that as a means to get leverage. So if you look here, like you value that at 1, not a problem, right? You're not willing to trade that. You actually are willing to trade that. Because if I give you a significant amount of gold, it'll actually be something you're interested in. And that went down from just under 60 gold a turn to now 50 gold a turn. If I bring that and start adding in little things, I can shave some of the gold off and eventually replace that with Diplo favor. And that's going to be the key here for me getting that. And that's what I'm really looking for. That relic is going to hold massive value as I try to keep my religion game going. Because not only is it going to give me, because of my abilities, 6 faith, it's going to give me 6 faith, of course, 8 tourism, 2 culture, and 4 gold a turn. So that's going to pay itself back a little bit. And that'll help. That will help a pretty significant margin. What I will want to do though is consider some options for who's going to give me a little bit of extra gold just to keep me buoyed up. I know you value it. Wow, you don't actually value it that well. You value it less. So, at this stage, I have a pretty good gold income. 70 gold a turn is not bad. I'm pretty happy with that right now as it stands. It's a good position to be in. I can work off of that. I've got religious spread here, so that's going to give me a little bit of pressure and also going to keep me from losing too much pressure in the long term from having the Catholicism here from Hungary. Hungary has enough, units in the area to where once the golden age that he has ends, and he probably likely will get a normal age, the value these have will be reduced a little bit. Excuse me. So a couple turns away from theology. Theology is going to be really important because that is going to give me my temples. I'm going to need the temples. Not only that, at this stage in the game, getting a relic slot's good because I'm going to need to start getting relics and start putting them in places because that's going to help me a lot. Unfortunately, I have not had access to Condi, so I will eventually want to get, a naval unit or two going and just ship them down, just have them moving around. So like even here, like, getting, I don't have access to a galley yet because I haven't unlocked it. But getting sailing would be key. It's funny, this says it requires sailing, but actually I just put a mine there anyways. So I am getting access to the amenity if for some reason it still requires sailing. But and I think that might be because normally it's an aquatic, but it's one of the few cases where there's an aquatic and a land amenity. It's a little weird though. So that's 10 turns. That's going to get boosted a little bit by having the amenity, or not the amenity, but the adjacency bonus. That's going to bring that up to like, I think 5 production, 5 faith a turn. And not only that, scripture is going to add even more value. So if I look at my empire, that's 3, that's 3, that's 1. So let's say that's 7, right? That's plus 7 production as well. That's going to go to plus 14 production. So that's going to give me a really nice boost to my cities to help them really kind of get going. So here, I'm going to go ahead and move you off of that into that. I would like to get the tempo for earlier growth. I can worry about this soon, but by the time it gets to 2 pop is when it's going to get starting, just start slowing down, and by that point, I'll be able to get that done pretty quickly. So that's not that big of a deal. I will get the settler done, and I will ship the settler there, so that way I have more of coastal presence. Azugamu, that's good. Eventually, next era, I will try to go for the quest.
We can no more have exact religious things.
Perfect. So now that's done. That's going to be +4. That only gives... Okay, that's less of an... It says a major adjacency bonus. Major faith adjacency bonus from adjacent encampments. Okay, so that's only +1. I thought that would be more than +1, but that's okay. So I'll go Hanging Gardens. Now that we have theology, I will likely go... Let's see here. I would like another governor title. Those things are nice to have, but an early... Let's see here. An early monarchy and then into theocracy could be useful. Yeah, I will probably go into theocracy. I will try to focus on that pretty quickly. So this is a good thing to go for. I'm going to go for here, and I'm going to take the settler card off. It's only a couple turns, so it's really not that bad. I'm already kind of getting there pretty quickly. And getting the holy sites, that'll actually boost that up. See, that's +6, that's +10. Well, in this case, so it's basically what it is it's a +8. So that shaved 2 turns off of that. So yes, I would have gotten it a little sooner, but the overall tempo, the overall building and growth tempo here is more key. Because getting the barracks and other things here will actually make gold presence cheaper. So for example, that, let's say that's 260 or 160, right? And it has been, that's been the same. With Gazurgamu, with this point here, land, combat, or support units are 20% cheaper to purchase with gold for each encampment district building in that city. So the more district buildings I put in, so I'm going to be focused on a lot of cavalry because, of course, with my unit here, that is a cavalry unit. It is a light cavalry unit that will be actually very, very nice. The key thing here is that is going to buoy me up a little bit. That's going to give me some pressure to work with, and that's really what I need right now at this stage in the game. I have the means to get another missionary. I'm not going to do that yet, and here's the reason why. Well, besides the fact I don't have a shrine here, I really want to save that. I want to save that faith, use that gold to pick up a temple. It's 480 gold. It is 7 turns for a temple. It's 12 turns here. So overall, it would be more beneficial for me to build a temple here, buy a temple here, and that'll get that done pretty quickly. So you're close enough. I want you to just hang around here. I don't want you going too far. So this is a good position. Sun Tzu is ready. He's just going to stay stationed here until this stuff is ready. I have walls. I have much of everything I need infrastructure-wise. I would normally go for walls in other cities, but really this is the only city that I really need walls. And he's, of course, telegraphing that he is trying to potentially declare war. So having these guys stationed here is good because they'll get I can promote them into archers. And all of them being promoted to archers will also, at the same time, make these 2 things faster. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep completing that. I need to get those going so that way I get crossbowmen. I need to get this going and take this down. The sooner I do that, of course, that got taken away. That's fine. It's not a major concern at this point in the game. I'm going to try to focus this as my main suzerainty. But not the end of the world. Yeah, and additionally, trying to get barracks and other things will be really key. This is 6 population. It's being slowed down pretty heavily, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy that. That growth tempo will come back, and then what I'll do is next, a little while later, I will get the watermill, and that'll boost that up. That'll also build or boost construction, so that'll give me a little more era score, but I can also wait to hold off on doing that until the next era. Because the reason for that is that way I don't need to worry too much. So the religious pressure on that, because I think he must have either used I guess he did. I guess he might have used one of his uses there. That's fine, because I have enough presence here to where that's going to essentially reconvert that city, so that's not a concern. That's going to convert. That'll slowly convert. That'll actually convert faster once this converts here, so not a problem. I will take you east. Now that I've seen that he's not threatening as much, I can hold off. And I have time, if I see that he's really getting aggressive with it, I can buy, a missionary, and that'll help just keep my religion alive. So not a problem. And I have, let's see here. I did lose suzerainty of that, so that is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Good thing is that she holds no value in this yet. And we gold a turn. Gold a turn. Get a little more. And I will take them to here. The next city I set up afterwards will be that. Now that's done, I can focus on getting my science going proper. And getting that done will actually boost up, my overall science income, and that'll make that a little faster as well. So also, key point there. You're going to keep heading east. I could actually, you know what? I might head south. I'm going to get some intel on this area. Still has ancient walls. It will likely remain that way for some time. You guys don't need to get promoted yet. He's not declared war or not in a threatening position. Once he declares war, or if he does, he may not. If he does, I'll be able to get them immediately started, and they'll be able to handle off some of this because, a catapult coming in won't be that threatening when I immediately plunk it down pretty quickly with 2 archers. An archer with the land combat unit bonus, which I think is, no, it's that one. But I'm trying to keep them away from that tile so that way they don't get plunked. Bring you over here. Now that's done. Now that's done. I could get that for a little bit of extra extra gold income. And let's see here. So he dumped a lot of envoys into that, so I'm not getting suzerainty of that. You'll move over. They'll settle a new city. Not much I could do there. I would rather build a campus. Let me boost my faith income a bit more. And a +3 here would be good. That'll start to get me more competitive with science. So I'll do just that. So the choice I have here is that I could try to develop more pressure into these other cities. I could also utilize this as an opportunity to help build tempo in those other cities. What I will do is I would like to keep them in Gdansk. The reason being is that if I can put some more pressure, maybe get a trade route going all the way to Wrocław, that'll help that city. I could also no, because I need Gdansk to be growing here. Wrocław is not it's not a problem for it to be a little slow on tempo. So I'd like to go Granary. That's a tough call. Not bad to have that. I mean, 6 gold per turn's not bad. That's not bad at all. But I find that it's possibly more likely to be beneficial if I go with something else. See, I have a trade route going there anyways. That'd be redundant. Let's see. Where do I want to expand trade routes so I can have better rotation? I would say probably south. Production would be nice. Gold and a little science per turn. And bringing it all the way down would mean I can get my stuff down there sooner. There's already a... Rome's got plenty of trade routes, so I'm not worried about moving around with Rome.
One man's magic is another man's engineering.
Good, I've got catapults. He's blocking me off, but that's fine. I'll leave them there. And she has very little value towards those, and I'm going to keep doing it. I am just going to take advantage of that as long as I can. So you will skip turn. Good here. A couple granaries will be good for those cities to get started. And I'll just start putting pressure down here. If he's going to try to take that city, I'm going to put pressure over here. And then we'll be in a good position for next era. The next era is 6 turns. He's going to lose that golden age. It's going to be in a good normal age, though. And I'm getting Hanging Gardens next turn, so I'm happy about that. That's going to really boost my overall growth as well. I need that pretty badly. 15% city population growth, I think it is not a bad thing. That'll help that.
The ascent to the highest story is by stairs, and at their side are water.
And that brought that down by a good 4 turns. Remain friends with you. I'm just checking every turn until I see that she has value, or she has really like high interest in these Diplo favors. You just outright don't have any income. I'll do that so I can help my amenity situation. Now that's done, I can actually really, wow, that's 19. So that's not bad. So I'll get started on the temple. You will finish off your uses. That'll subconvert that city, so that way that's pressure gone. That'll mean now I have some more pressure I could work with. So we're doing okay. We're fighting off a major advance by Hungary. And Hungary's able to do this pretty easily considering his golden age is probably giving him 2 more charges, so the 5 or 6 that he has end up being basically worth like double. Just gonna keep saving that faith per turn. I can get 2 apostles right off the bat. 2 apostles with each other will be really useful. Yes, if I wanted to min-max for faith, I would have purchased that that relic from Gorgo, but it's just the economic cost is too high. It would shut down
If
my
bread
growth
is the first
overall.
necessity.
But this is a perfect opportunity to take this off. I could go +1 housing, that wouldn't hurt, because I do have 2 districts down. I will next turn, so that's going to give that 1 housing, that's going to take that pressure off, that's going to grow faster. That has 2. That will have 2. So that's actually not a bad one. I'm not buying a lot of tiles right now, so that's not an issue. Missile I think is the best option right now, really. See, that's going to grow in the turn. Okay. Gazugamu's holding off, at least at the moment, is holding off Rome. Good. So, let's see here. It's 3 gold a turn. Six. Actually would get better value from the gold per turn there. Still has no value in that. Okay, so I'm just going to keep farming free. Well, not literally free, but essentially in the context. Hey, look at that, 777. Nice. That's cool. Yes, I'm a little kid. That's 8 turns. That will be 18 turns. The library wouldn't be bad, but I'm getting much better science per turn now, so I'll be able to pick up some of the stuff I need. Good, so that's still ancient walls. It will be a core focal point to take down that, because that's going to be giving additional combat strength. Try not to necessarily get a golden age right off the bat, but I may well. In 3 turns, I need 4. Um, that campus here will probably be, I think, a +3 campus, so that'll be another 3, I think, what, 3 points? That's going to be 2 turns. Perfect, 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 perfect. And it's 2 gold a turn. That's 6. 6. 6, and you probably value it less, I would reckon. There we go. That'll give me enough gold to get a temple going. And immediately once I buy a temple, I'll buy a an apostle. And once I have an apostle, then I have the other means of growth that I'll need throughout my empire. Since I have access to aqueducts, I will place that. I will remove that. I'll complete that, and I'll go into aqueduct. Or actually, I'll have the aqueduct ready because I do have plenty of space for growth here, so that's not a problem. Don't have really any other chops that'll be good. There's not much I could do here. Campus research grants. That actually wouldn't hurt at this point. The sooner I get access to crossbowmen, the better this will be because they're going to get boosted and amplified pretty hard here. What would be the thing that gives me cheaper upgrades? There was a specific card that does that. I'm trying to see where it is. That's there, and that's so far away. That's 32 turns away. 8 land combat units, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I could technically go for it. If I go for that, that would lock me towards that, though, which would slow me down tempo-wise pretty badly. But also be important from a domination standpoint to take this so that way I can put a city here. Yeah, this is a really tough call because there's a lot I can do here. There's like a really significant amount that I can do in this case. And what I mean by that is essentially if I get my economics down pat and I took this, that's 32 turns away. If I got a few land units, that would bring that down from 32 to probably, I would say, like 22, maybe 23, 24. Pace-wise, that would put me in mid to late medieval era. And that would be tricky because in that position with the medieval era, I would need to really heavily expand my religion in order to have a viable chance at a decent normal age for Renaissance. I have to have a normal age Renaissance, though. If I get into Golden Age here, I have to absolutely start converting cities as fast as possible. Like, that's a must. And a good thing is having religious pressure going to the city from a trade route that applies a little bit of pressure that's just going to keep making it difficult for him. So that's going to convert soon. That will convert soon. So this is good. I mean, I'm in a good spot. I mean, science and culture isn't competitive, but faith is good. You know, Diplo favor I'm making good use of. Gold right now is good. Um, this is not a bad position. I'm pretty happy with this. That'll get me close to securing that, but I'm going to need one more point. So if I can buy that, get the apostle down. I could just squeak out. I don't know. Shit. Well, I blundered that by not going for that. Damn, that is a mistake. Honestly, I completely forgot that I hadn't gotten the shrine in this city. Okay, so that was a mistake. So the only way I can make the strategy work to recoup losses if I want to go for a golden age is I'm going to have to basically convert this to barracks. Go there, remove that, purchase that, purchase an apostle. Next turn, the apostle will have better, you'll be able to convert. In 10 turns, I'll be able to get another apostle. Well, less than 10 turns because I have some faith already, but... So they all have 2 beliefs. I will beat them out to getting a third belief, which will be good because that can have some power. I will evangelize belief. Now this will create a good choice here. Sacred places could be useful because really spreading my religion heavy. The problem is here is that man, that is annoying. So it looks like I'm not going to be able to get a golden age, which is fine because in that situation, at least it's not going to make the requirement for a normal age much more difficult to reach. So that is actually coming into play pretty nicely. I would say, I mean, Sacred Places is good. So let's see, cities that have a wonder. That's 1. So that's +2 to a lot of stuff. Let's look up wonder. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So if I can successfully convert this city, that's 1 wonder. If I remember, he was working on a couple wonders, but I think one of them got taken. I know the Apadana is there, so I will convert that city eventually. This is a bit of a tricky call here. I was kind of stupid there to go for a temple. I should have gone for a shrine here by the temple, and that would have been smart, but that's okay. It's just a small managerial learning thing I need to remember. But that's going to grow to 5. I would like to get, since I have some decent tempo for science now, like my science growth is actually not bad. You know, I can actually do this without having to boost it if it's fast enough. Additional faith per turn would help. So that's 4 faith a turn. That's not bad. Great work slot's not a big deal, but just in general wouldn't be a bad thing. Is there anything else around that actually I could gain like reasonable value from? I have most of the cities down that I want. He finally settled in that 4th city. He has 3 cities. He might have another one nearby, but they're both really limited in growth. So I'm starting to take advantage of that, and this whole continent I'll be able to take a full hold of. Ideally, what I would like to do is, by late game, take both of these civs out and have really good control of this region. Whether or not the religion works out, I still need to have at least some like good domination victories here. That'll help my tempo a lot, and that'll catch me up to some of the AI. So that's not bad. It also means I just need to be pretty intelligent here with how I play, so I have to be kind of careful about my patience and positioning. So key thing here is that I am close enough in position to probably go for like campus research grants. You know, I could also do that, boost my science income a little bit more. The building above a temple I would probably consider going for, if I am going to get one, would be the faith, food, and housing is really good. That's not bad. A little bit of food will help just shore up my growth. Housing will keep the housing pressure down. A little faith income's not bad. This would be a nice one. That would definitely be a good one from just a religious spread if I wanted to go religion. +1 science per 4 followers. If I go to religion, so let's see here. That's 10, 11. So I've probably got 12 or 13. So that's +3 science per turn. If I went down that way, I would be 3 science. Also 3 culture. Each city following this religion. Now that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's potentially, I would say maybe 12 gold per turn, which is actually pretty good. That would actually boost my economy up as much as I would need it. So that's an option. 2 faith for every city. That's it's not really that big of a deal. I've okay enough faith income to where it's not an issue. That would give me a little boost to everything really, and that's an option. But I would only boost 1 city, so that's going to give me 2 science, 2 faith, 2 culture, and so on. So that's small. I feel like the tithe would be better. Yeah, that boosted me up 15 gold. Yep, 15 gold from beliefs. So as you can see down in the bottom there. So perfect. Now 92 gold a turn. Now I can be legitimately competitive there. It also means that I have the potential to now have enough gold to probably go for that relic. So 41 gold per turn, that's going to be a big hit in gold, but that's going to give me massive gains and all these other things. I feel like at this point, really, I would like to get that. I can lose the gold. It's not the worst thing in the world. I just boosted my gold in a positive way, and overall, I just gained a lot. I'm going to lose a lot of gold per turn. That's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Yes, that's going to help Gorgo a lot. She's pretty weak in a lot of other ways. But really the thing is now I have means because she doesn't need that faith. I need that faith a lot more. Secret Society advances.
The Lord made us all out of iron. History is the version of history.
History is a version of history. Okay. So I take this off. I'll put that on. These are all pretty good. Well positioned for what things I need. Perfect. So he got a normal age as well. So that takes some of the religious pressure off. I'm not going to be doing a lot of conversions here. The good thing is that now I have a permanent means. I will move this into the temple here. And now this is going to just be a nice little boost to my economy. It's actually going to make me a little bit of gold back. That's the good thing. So this will be nice. So 23, 18, 47, 56. And that's going to help. Let me just take another look at that. Cities earn gold, science, faith per turn equal to 20% of their faith per turn income. So next turn, that should activate. So I need to take a look and see what I have available here that's going to make sense. I'm not sure if I really need to go for the boost here, because I'm going to be actually getting that upgraded pretty quickly, and I'd rather save the gold for upgrading them directly. Why spend the gold on doing 2 different upgrades and just skip? I'll be able to do that more effectively, and it'll also save me time and potentially a bit of gold. So in Renaissance era, I'm going to want to get the Cuirassor, which will be, I think, right up ahead here. Renaissance era, It might be here. Yes, okay, so it's mercantilism. That's a very different tree than I thought it would be. So it's going to be a little bit later, but oh, so it is heavy cavalry. Okay, so me getting so it'll actually be important that I start getting things set up here. And let's see here, go here. Do I have means for boosting a lot of culture stuff? Declaration of war, probably not very likely. I have like 1 farm, so that's not going to get boosted. City to 10 population, too far away from getting that. That's not going to happen. Not many districts are going to be made. That's going to be possible. I have 47. It's going to go up again, too. So it's probably going to go up. Well, that's going to stay 47, but the other things are going to go up. Let me just check Eureka's one more time. So positioning-wise, improve 2 sea resources. That's technically doable. Get 2 galleys. That's doable. I will have a watermill, so that's guaranteed +1. I will eventually get that. Maybe before the era, so that's maybe +2. I'm going to get an aqueduct, that's +3, and plus I will need to get niters so I can use that to sell off. That's +4. I can get another mine or 2, and that'll be +5. This is probably the safe one. Construct the campus. So it's 85. Have that start. And there we go. I'll lock that tile. It's 2-1. A mini Petra. A little mini Petra would be funny there. So the Secret Society advances will help. That actually, wow, okay, nice. So that boosted up my gold income a good bit by I think like just under 8 gold. Yeah, just under 8 gold. That boosted up a little bit. Perfect. So that's actually not bad. So the more faith in, basically I need to focus on faith generation now at this point. This will be, basically the Voidsingers will be amplified with those particular beliefs. I've got enough land. That's the thing. It's not necessary. Let's see what we get. Trade melee instead, but trade was good. Okay. So good thing is I'm 8 turns away from getting that done. That's 180 gold. I could technically get that boosted pretty quickly, but problem is that's just going to be really expensive. Um, it's probably going to be like 130 gold or 150 gold per upgrade. I would still rather wait. Let's remove that. Let's get that a little sooner. And let's make an adjustment here. So, see, I need 18 to get a normal age. It's going to be a little tough to get, but I'm going to go for that. You are currently friendly with me. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that yet, my friend. It's really good to have that, though. I'm so glad that I was able to whittle down the value a little bit. Yes, she still has... Okay, so realistically, it would have actually been pretty later in the game that Diplo Favor would have been valued to Gorgo, so I'm glad I just went ahead and just took the financial loss to get that, because I can make that Diplo Favor pay for itself eventually. Like I can sell 20, it's 4 gold per turn. Okay. So it's going to be Genghis Khan. Hmm. I'm not going to be friends with Rome because if he declares, because he's declared war on Gazogamu, uh, I would like to get this particular city state. And yes, that's going to piss off him, but as long as I remain friends with him, I'll be okay. Now, at this stage, okay. Uh, that's what I'm looking for, is the martyr ability. Because if I get an apostle with martyr ability and I get into a lot of combat and eventually he dies, I'll get another relic. So that's going to be an option for me. So I'll have to consider that as a way of, or as a proper means to get that. Um, so my gold income, honestly, yes, I've taken like a pretty good chunk out of that. Potentially what would have been 105. Well, about 100. But the thing is that yes, while I have 100 gold per turn, I'm gaining a permanent increase from like a literal permanent increase in faith per turn, and other means too that are boosting my economy up a little bit. Like I'm more competitive than Gorgo. I have the means to be semi-competitive with these guys. I have more cities than them, so I'll be able to grow eventually tempo-wise. I'll outgrow them once these cities get really properly going. I have the means to quite a few of these different things. So I'm going to need to consider eventually getting a couple more of these districts down. I would like to get, another holy site, but thing is really at this stage, another holy site's not a problem. I already have 3. I have enough of the holy sites to take care of my general needs. Now, I will buy that because that is inherently going to boost other things. So see, that just boosted everything a little bit. So not a bad thing. And plus it's going to give me a little bit of extra culture per turn. And the faith generation too is going to be intrinsically helping my other values here based off this particular ability. So really not that bad. Also getting Canticle, that will be pretty good in Industrial Era. I'll make use of that as a means of just gaining and extracting more relics. The more relics I have, the better, because at this stage of the game, developing towards that eventually allow me to really start pushing the heavy religion game. Because if I can get a golden age and time it well, get a religious golden age, have a pretty heavy army, probably like 10 to 15 missionaries ideally, ship them over to another area with another religion and just dump just tons and tons of really just tons of uses into an area, then I'd be able to have so much gain in the process of that. So that'll be a +3 or a +4. Sorry, that's going to be a really nice one. Having that growth is good. So growth tempo is not bad. This is definitely not a bad position to be in. Economically, I would like another trade route. Ideally, I can't get one right now, but just something I would like. I would like to take suzerainty of that back, construct a campus. I will be getting that done. It's 24 turns, and that will actually be a little faster than 24 turns because I will probably get a citizen on probably that tile here, and that'll boost that down maybe another couple turns, and that'll also provide me a tiny little bit of gold. So Ayutthaya, Trahan has 3 and that. So what I would say is train a heavy chariot. I could actually do that. Heavy chariot would be pretty cheap as well. 3 turns, yeah. How much gold? 260 gold. That is a very nice holy site. Let's see here. I could probably, yeah, you know what I might do is I could probably take suzerainty of that. Because Ayutthaya, gain culture equal to 10% of the construction cost when finishing a building. Yeah, so that itself is for me, like, really at this moment, I would say that'd be a pretty good thing to have. Just have suzerainty of that. I will eventually be making a campus, so I can potentially, ideally, someone's putting their diplomats in there, but getting a couple suzerainty? I'm still not sure the word. I need to look it up. So I am losing religious pressure here. So what I will do is we'll probably, so it's 4:30. I could buy a missionary, or could get another apostle. But first I want to see, has anybody else? No, I'm the only person to have gotten 3. So if I get a 4th one early, that would actually infrastructure-wise boost me tempo-wise. And then I could really develop a bit more pressure here and be okay. So I'll probably go down that route. So I'll wait a turn. I'll get an apostle. So it's not all bad. Let's see, is there anybody around that has an extra amenity they would like to sell? You still hold no value in those. It's way too much gold per turn for that. I have 2. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and take suzerainty of this. I'll take suzerainty back of that, so that way I've got control, and it's going to give me another diplo favor point, or diplomatic point per turn. I need those. The more I have at this point in the game, the better. I still have a dominant religion here. In a couple turns, I'll be able to buy that. Machinery is going to get, or this is going to get done, so that's going to be a nice boost to that. But also in the process, give me a little bit of science generation, which is not bad. Oh, that, if I had enough saved up, that actually wouldn't be bad. Because then if there were like super powerful naval barbs, I could just convert them. And that would actually be useful, because if I had like strong naval barbs here, converted them, and then boom, I would just start being able to plunk some cities. Or if I had them on the south end, I would be able to do some naval attacks, which would be freaking amazing. And that actually might be something I have to consider. And that sucks. This is about to go. This is about to disappear. I'm gonna have to declare a city-state emergency for that, and then deal with Rome. So now I have the means to making an encampment. I need to immediately focus on that. I have another envoy at my disposal. I will likely hold on to that, or what I'll do is I can go victor. So do I have the means to get another envoy soon? Answer to that question is definitely hard no. And then I would like you to go into Shrine immediately. I want you to get this stuff going. That way I can just outright buy defensive buildings. Do I have veterancy? No. To get veterancy, that is, let's see here. I think it's over here. That's one turn. Encampment districts being faster would be good. Yeah. I'm gonna just delegate a turn to that, and then go to Reformed Church afterwards. Gonna use up a turn, but I absolutely need to get a I'm gonna also just hold on to the governor in case I need it. But I need that tempo for getting these buildings up. It's absolutely critical at this stage of the game to develop this. And that city's gone. It's gonna have pretty bad loyalty.
If it's natural to kill,
Okay, I'm gonna have to wait a moment, but I would like to declare a city-state emergency. Yeah, I'm gonna have to declare a suzerain or a city-state emergency at some point. That's probably gonna have to wait a turn for it to activate. So that's gonna be 18 turns. So that really sucks that he's really that committed to it and destroyed that. So I'm basically gonna have to go all in on this military setup and immediately just say like, you know, screw you and just go after him. Because he still has ancient walls, so I'm just basically gonna have to get a lot of seriously powerful stuff and then immediately go after him. Like, I'm gonna get this, and then I'm gonna go into trebuchets. Like, build an aqueduct, I'm gonna get that, build a watermill, I'm gonna get both of those. Those are both are gonna be done. I have 3 turns until this gets done. Victor, you are likely gonna be my choice here, but I'm holding off until I see it's gonna make the most sense. I could also... Man, dude, that is annoying. Because that was actually giving me good value. I'll appoint Victor there, and I'll put him in Gdansk. That way he's ready. Once he's stationed there, it's going to give him these troops nearby a little bit more strength. It is what it is. I mean, it sucks that he's doing that, but it was kind of a matter of time, really. I really do need to get that level 2 government, though. Most everyone's a classical Republican. I'm an autocracy. So that's 1 turn out. That's going to get boosted. Just perfect. You know what? That's actually a completely viable option because it'll give me 3 archers and some spearmen. The spearmen I can actually use to go against and fortify against his heavy cavalry. I'm gonna buy a builder. I'm going to bring him here, use a charge before so I can get the surplus value from Magnus. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be the strat. Because if I can get Statue of Zeus, not only is it gonna give me another world wonder, oh, Greece is trying to get her hands into this. Okay. So you go here. Statue of Zeus are gonna go here. Man, the fact that you went after Gazogamu like that is just awful timing because that is actually a pretty negative impact on my overall push. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing a special session at all. It's not letting me, or not showing me the option for it. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely a tricky position here. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of thinking about this and kind of try to do some more development here. Um, if I get that, that'll help the food production more, and it also means I have another amenity I could sell. You're a funny guy. Okay, so just having to do thinking for a moment. So he's positioned well. He has everything they need. One turn they're gonna get all. They're gonna start getting upgraded. So I need to actually like up my gold, my immediate gold income. So who has? Okay, you have a boatload of gold. So I'll take 50 gold. That'll bring me closer to being able to upgrade one of them. I would like you to get over to this spot here so I can get iron going. I would like to get iron so I have an additional thing to trade. And then once you are done with iron, you can go back down that direction. So it's going to be a few turns until you get over there. That's fine.
Remember that people break down too.
It's 300 gold per turn, or just gold in general. It's a lot. So I need 16. Actually, I should have purchased this a long time ago. I don't know what I was thinking. Just losing value by not doing that. Let's see here. 7 turns. 8 turns. The water mill is 320. So now I have that. I could go for that just so I have Forbidden City. Because that'll give me another wildcard slot, and that would not be a bad thing to have at this stage of the game. So I'm not going to be likely going for Patala Palace. So diplomacy isn't really going to be likely the option there. I really should eventually get a government plaza going here. So I'll probably put a government plaza like over here. And then I could put, something else here and go from there. 1, 2, 3. Could also put a government plaza here. And then put a holy site here, an encampment here. So let's do government plaza, holy site, encampment. And I have a couple encampments here that's protecting this region. I have an encampment here protecting here. So the central Midlands are here, protected, so they're okay. That would be good. That would be really nice. I'm going to evangelize, believe. And now I can get a building that instead of focusing something else, I can focus on a building. Pagoda, that's not that big of a deal. Missionary and apostle spread. Now that's what I'm looking for. So this is good. Hungary has a traitor. So he probably forward settled a city up somewhere. Yeah, no. Hungary put a city somewhere in the area, very far north. But if he did that, then that means I'm going to settle here, and that's going to put pressure on this area, and he may actually lose that city eventually. So, just under 30 turns until the next era. I'm 12 points away from securing a normal age. Going to keep saving gold for now, and then buying the things that I need as I go. So, the main thing, just namely, also, at what point can I call a special session? So I'm not really sure how the mechanics of it work. I do need to know eventually because I want that. I absolutely need to get that Gazogamu back. The problem is I don't know how. So I don't know if I have to like denounce him. Um, Problem is, it doesn't tell me anything about the city-state emergency. Let's see. I have grievances against you, so I'm going to denounce you. And see if I can get this city-state back. Okay, let's see here. It's 380 faith. It's gonna give me. I'll do that for now. It's gonna take a while to get back up, but 4 spreads versus 3 is good. Because an apostle with an upgrade, a couple upgrades would be pretty darn nice to have. That's going to help with that. Now, let's see here. Because he took that there, if I can't get that city-state back, I'm going to settle 2 cities in this area and just develop more. Lost all my gold per turn. All my amenities are back. Do that with that one. Okay, you just don't have the means of gold. Another 16 turns of the negative 41. So that's not that far away from being gone, which is fine. Okay. I'm going to need to look up the special session, like how to call one. Yeah, I really do need, like, legitimately need, well, first also, let me make sure I don't forget. I'll take the dip of favor. Um, Now, let's see here. Who was it that owns that? Uh, Rome. So Rome just lost 1 diplomatic favor point per turn. So that's fine with me. Let's see here. We'll go for there. This is definitely good. The tempo is okay. His religious spread is a problem, but at the end of the world, gonna need to really get a lot more going here. Otherwise, it's gonna kill off my religion finally. Me being slow here and making those mistakes is costing me like 10 turns of development, so that was stupid of me. It's a little frustrating. I shouldn't have made those mistakes, but that's okay. It's just something I need to learn. Um, Shrine's complete here, so I can technically get a missionary next turn. That'll help. And I'll ship them up north, and the missionary will go up north, and that'll help put some more pressure on the area. You're losing losing pop. Why? Okay, that's better. Hmm. Just running out of tiles, I think, is what it is. Is there a very high value tile nearby that I can make use of? That's 140 gold. That's really expensive. But buy Heavy Chariot, that'll give you suzerainty. Also, it's a heavy cavalry unit, so I could utilize that as a unit to promote into the Winged Hussar. The Winged Hussar could be an option. So I'll buy that. That'll give me suzerainty of that. Statue of Zeus will be good because that'll give me some units to work with as well. That'll actually, in the process, that'll bump my military up a little bit too. That'll make this a little faster, and I could potentially nab this because professional army is what's going to really make this whole thing viable. Because 150 gold per is a lot better than 300 gold per. It's extremely expensive. Swordsman, 110 gold. Shrine. I would actually kind of like to get I would like to get more faith generation. So I'll do that. And then let's see here. I could also, with the campuses that I have, I could actually just min-max directly for some science income. And I will actually probably do that. Let's see, loyalty. Loyalty pressure is okay. So loyalty pressure is not a threat. It is difficult to try to get a golden age at this particular situation. I've made it not very optimal, and I could have had an opportunity for a golden age, and if I did, then I'd be able to utilize that as a means to buy some settlers and expand out more. I didn't do that, so I lost that opportunity. So it is what it is. Just small things. Kila Kisilani. Pursues into 2 or more city-states of that type. Oh, I only have access to one of each of everything at this point. Well, not everything, but one of each of the things I have available, considering, you know, not really moving around much. I am probably going to invest in a galley, just for the sake of movement. The next title I will put into plus 20% food production. So missionary, you're going to go here, and the missionary I'm going to put into this region here. I might actually do there, depending. Of course, you take it back. Why wouldn't you take it back? There. You're not getting the extra envoy, buddy. At the diplo point. I would love his missionaries to fuck off, though, dude. There's so many of them constantly. Like, he's just had, like, non-stop influx. Like, that's the thing that's frustrating. It's hard to compete against non-stop influx of missionaries. And I'm not sure what to do. I want to save up for an apostle because I want to get an apostle, upgrade him with martyr if I get lucky, and then get another relic if I could help it. That would be fantastic for really like where I'm at this stage of the game. That's gonna boost my gold income, and it's gonna give me another amenity I can sell. Not gonna get much better value at this stage. I am soon going to be getting a nice amount of gold back. He's going to be losing. Sure. So I'm going to get back up to 273.
The taxpayer. That's someone who works.
Okay, so establish governance southeast route promotions. 1 amenity and 2 housing. I mean, that's nice, but wouldn't really do very much. I'm just going to alert. I want you to go here. I would like to just convert the city back. That way it's less pressure and it's not going to be as much of a problem. Unless you have 4 charges, so I can use the extra charge. I would like to get Statue of Zeus done, so that way, let's see here, because by the point that I actually get my military really going, I can promote 1 archer per every 2 turns. And I have enough trade route presences or trade routes present that I can rotate and move around. So once this gets done and produces all those units, I can have an influx of units go over. I can declare war on him, and I can deal with that. Would like to deal with Lahore first. Oh god, Obelisk is done. Good, so it's going to give me some more faith generation. Now I can take the faith off this. So I can live with this losing... okay, so that's a weird call, because these marshes are going to provide a little bit of value, but not a lot. So I'm going to probably, well, if I put this point, I could probably get a couple settlers down. I should do that soon. Won't have another card that I can put in, can I? Everything here is going to take too long. Okay. So that option's out the window for now. Let's go campus research grants. You are going to finish the encampment, and then you're going to encampment into that, because you're going to also get a nice, you know, 1 or 2 extra. Actually, it's going to be like 2 extra here, so that's going to help. I'm going to have to kill some of these guys off. I'm going to move you up north. Block that guy off. Now, you're at 4 population. So you're in a position where buy that there. Actually, I'll buy that first. But you know what I'll do? Purchase a builder. I'll ship the builder up there. And then the builder will be able to do some stuff there that I need. Those will have good growth, so that's okay. Greece declared war on Mexico City, so at least I know the Mexico City, you know, industrial city-state exists. So I'm gonna go south. So I'm gonna buy a galley south, and then immediately ship them down. So we're doing okay. It's 12 turns for a settler. So once I get feudalism going, I'm going to go ahead and I'll use that as an opportunity for growth. It's not a major concern yet. Do want to get the the Forbidden City really going. The wildcard slot doesn't seem useful, but that'll be critical because that's going to give me a lot more flexibility. Remove some of that pressure. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and just get the city to grow a little bit. It's going to be super slow, but if I can keep it even, I can get another district down, and that district will help me. I just need to figure out where I'm going to place it.
Хонин толгой дуран углаад
I want that volcano to be active. I just want you to get out of there, and I just want this area to get plunked pretty hard. So you've moved. So that's 63. It's going to give me some overflow. And the overflow is going to be nice, because then I'll get a +2 right off the bat. Good. I'm going to put pressure up north there. I can see Hungary's there. And that's not bad. I don't know why this unit moved. It's frustrating because I don't remember clicking there, but that's fine. Okay. Positionally speaking, we're definitely not in a bad spot. I'm happy with where we are. Now you have 2 charges left. I want to be smart here. Put a charge into there. Or I go here. Just convert that city outright. Start getting some pressure back over here. There's another religion. So at this point, I'm actually going to probably consider getting an apostle. Having the extra charges would be good, but the apostle can do more. Apostle will help me just deal with these guys. Like, you're going to move there. I'm going to go ahead and just put some pressure on you. So you... Ooh. 6 spreads is really good, but triple strength is going to have more value. So let's see, I'll purchase that tile. It's not going to be cheap. But now the builder can yield that. That'll give me food growth. Campus and that. Just open up those tiles for me to do stuff with. And just convert the city as much as possible. Make it harder for him to rebuild pressure. Three turns out from that. 5 turns away from getting 41 gold per turn back, which is very critical. I need that for my general growth and infrastructure planning. 6 turns away from that, so good. This city is set to grow. I just need some food production because it's killing me right now. Having good housing but terrible food growth. Okay, so I'm going to put the settler card in, and then I'm going to go for a couple city settles. No problem. Another envoy available. Hold on to that for now. And let's get you over here. That'll give me some value there. Okay. I have a good bit of Diplo favor, so that's not bad. My denouncement was kind of useless. I thought denouncing him would give me the access to emergency session, but I guess it's not for some reason. I don't seem to figure out what I have to do for that to be an option.
We have uncovered a way to increase our
In
Because
democracy,
I was involved in that, and then he destroyed that. So I would think you'd be able to declare an emergency, but it just straight up does not let me. There's no option, which is kind of annoying. I have 14 turns to get 10 era score. It's gonna be kind of brutal. I can get a water mill, that's 1. shit. You know what? Actually, that's 2 arrow score. Okay. Um, it's just not going to happen anytime soon. So let's see here. Settler production. And then I take off all production, all cities. That's gonna suck because it's gonna. I go there. Because I can get a great general potentially, and I would actually really make good use of that.
Upon the head of the god was an olive crown. In his right hand he bore a winged...
So now that's done. Finally have 7 population. Preserve not happening. Campus might have to happen. It's also costing me an arm and a leg though in science to be buying all those tiles. I'd like to go settler. Then, I mean, if I want to get some Templewood science, that'd be good, but I think a theater square would do me more benefit. Ah, man. One, two, three, four. I'll work on the sign. Yeah, I'll work on getting a settler first there. That's 13 turns. It's 12. I'll queue. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll queue up a settler. Have it ready. 630. I'd like to get that so that way the having a core, it basically I'll just get a 13 turns to get 6. Now that's a lot more viable. So my military just grew a good bit, and that's really nice. Those guys would actually do some damage to him. I'm going to ship you guys down and just start immediately dumping some charges into religion. I'm going to go for something different here. Because I have a shrine here. So if I buy a temple for 480 gold, I'll be in a good spot there. I'm about to get a ton of gold per turn back. Let's just keep farming gold right now. $13 gold per turn. Oh, wait, I wasn't trying to get rid of that. And is there a way I could do that for gold instead? Let's see here, go there, and then let's go 35 gold. Then I will buy a temple. That'll upgrade Divine Right. I'll make that significantly faster. You'll get over there. That'll be done in 4 turns, so that's not bad. This science is going to help pop off soon, so that's no problem. We're good there, good there. And then at that point, when I have a really good gold income, I'm going to save that gold for builders, and then the rest of the gold afterwards, at that point, I'm going to save for military, and only military. And then I'll be ready to actually, like, properly have some combat here. Because I'll go Divide Right, pick up Monarchy, just so that way I've got it. Influence points wouldn't hurt. So I'll be one of the first people in the game to have access to a tier 2 government. You move back. You skip turn. Skip turn. You skip turn. You skip turn. This will be definitely a good-sized army. No, I know your game, buddy. You're not doing that. You're not getting the 5th gen. I paid a lot more than that. You know what? I have an idea, but I'm going to save it for the next episode. All right. Well, I think this is a good stopping point for this episode. But everyone, I want to thank you for your time. I know these episodes are pretty long, so I know it's it's difficult to make it appealing. So what I might do eventually is shorten the episodes down, probably to 20 minutes a pop, and then go from there. But I'll do 2 uploads a day per that type of character, so that way it's a little bit more viable. But all right, everyone, thank you for your time, and SpeeDMan out.